Here, boy. Odrin!
So? So?
Salutations.
Odrin! Where are you? Where are you?
Oh my gods!
My memory's coming back. It's just bits and pieces so far, but I can feel them coming together, forming a whole.
What have you remembered?
A voyage. An endless trek south. I was following Yennefer and the Wild Hunt. I have no idea how long. It got cold. Only old people were left in the villages I passed through. But they all refused to tell me what had happened to the young, to their children. I finally pressed a man for information. He blamed it on wolf packs, on an outburst of drowners and rot fiends. No one mentioned the Wild Hunt.
Did you catch up to the hunt?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Go on searching. I remember you mentioned some elven poems about the hunt.
I believe I said they could exist, and they'd be old. I don't know any, but look around. You're pretty good at finding things.
I found a poem titled The Song of the Hunt,
You're kidding!
written by an elven sage.
What did he, scribble down?
A lot more than I understood. Decipher this for me. Looking glass images, without heart or mind, haunt the worlds in the name of those who have preserved blood from blood, and who feed on unrestrained lust.
The heartless bit is probably about cruelty. But looking glass images? The hunt's cruel riders must resemble someone.
But in a looking glass, they could only resemble themselves.
Not necessarily. The metaphor might be deeper. In any case, somebody commands them. They feed on unrestrained lust. Sounds like some tyrant.
There's gotta be some truth behind these convoluted sentences. And I wonder why elves are more interested in the Wild Hunt than humans. brain's telling me something. You stink. Damn it!
Aldrin! Aldrin! Here, boy! Aldrin!
So? So? So?
Here, boy! Aldrin! Aldrin! Here, boy!
Lovely autumn. I bet the fruit is plentiful.
No one's picking it.
You'll be picking enemy heads today.
No reason to wait. Slaughter the cat when he must.
Wait. The time's not right. Sometimes I forget what we're fighting for.
Powerful kings have no choice but to wage wars.
Then why don't Demavend and Henselt's duel to settle things? My brother-in-law is from Kedwin. Decent fellow.
Once I was at a market there. Quality goods, cheaper than our merchants too.
Bloody hell, shut it! Every Kedweni is a bastard.
Do you know what they'll do to our women if we lose this battle? Have you forgotten that they come to pillage, burn and steal our land? Are we to give it away? Horse and seed, autumn! No. Wait for the signal. There's no time to lose! Silence!
Archers! Light your arrows! Aim at the first ditch! Get them! Capture the enemy standard!
Standards in enemy hands. We're sitting ducks here. You need to tell the commander we were ambushed. We can't hold without reinforcements.
I'm to tell him.
No, Princess Syphilis. Move it, imbecile, before they slaughter us to a man.
I shall make it. First battle. Killed my first man. Got blood on my hands.
The standard. We're sitting.
I'm to tell him.
No.
I shall.
Take cover! They're shooting!
My lord, the leader of the Dun Banner sent you. We were ambushed. We can't hold.
Weren't your scouts keenly watching the battlefield, Captain?
Yes, sir. They must have dug those ditches in the night. The field was cleared by day. Lady Glephisic scanned it with her magic during the night.
10 lashes to each scout. Hang every third one.
My lord, we need support.
There will be no reinforcements. You must hold. And you, Glephisic, I'll settle this after the battle. The king will learn of your incompetence.
Battles are won or lost by the commanders, not by sorceresses. Remember, I'll make a report too, and...
I finished talking to you, witch. Time to win this battle. My lords, to your banners! We enter the fray!
Maybe you finished with me, but that doesn't mean I finished with you. Nadovesaveg.
How can we help you, Sabrina?
My place at Hensel's court is threatened. Furthermore, if Vandergrift wins the battle, nothing will stop Hensel from taking Upper Edda.
The balance of power in the north will be upset. What do you intend?
I shall summon Melgar's fire to the battlefield. It will kill Vandergrift and weaken both sides.
Any use of unconventional weapons may be severely censored.
I'm aware of that.
Hensel's hegemony is counter to the Lodge's plans. We will help you, but remember, in the event that you fail, you'll be on your own.
I am ready.
That's all you've got? You're dying fast, like roaches under my boot. Is there a Kenwenny to match Selkirk of Garrett on this field?
Visitor! I've long awaited this meeting.
Leave, Ghost.
I'll not give up an opportunity to duel Van der Grift.
He will kill you.
Selkirk does not fear death.
When you die, your soldiers will die every day afterwards. Forever. Leave. This is a task for a witcher, not a knight.
I do this solely for my men. Mercy.
You have failed me.
Who are you?
Your nightmare. Archers!
How many more can there be?
Archers! Archers! Trebuchets!
Monsters.
Archers! 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 Trebuchets!
Come on!
Trebuchets! should have stayed at home, Vandegrift. Cursed mages would die after such a victory. Gods, we can't fight such sorcery. Sorceress hail, unclean fire, we're doomed. Why are they doing this? As the prophecy says, the time will come when sorceresses turn on men. Flaming balls rain from the sky, and destruction will be unleashed. What should we do? Wait here for death? I shall lead you as a shepherd leads his flock, safely from the dark abyss. Firing! Our men are dying! A massacre! Save us, sire!
Sabrina, is that your work?
Order your troops forward, Your Majesty. The Aedirnian army is routed.
Not only the Aedirnian, look at that terrified horde. This very morning they were the finest of my knights.
They'll make it if they're reinforced.
Who allowed you to use magic?
Sire, if you strike now, Lormark will be yours.
You've tainted my honor, brought death to dozens of knights.
Sire, the battle was lost.
You put me to shame before Demerend. His troops fought like men of honor should. To the end. Sabrina Gleversing, I sentence you to death. You shall burn at the stake. I will return to claim my birthright.
July 25th, 1270. The forests of Angren. No mighty mortal, no heap of meat or strong man can parry the strike of the Slizzard's tail. Letho couldn't either, but by some miracle he survived. I helped him. After all, Witchers on the path should help each other. He had two comrades, brother Witchers from the School of the Viper. The hunt continued south, and Letho of Gullet knew where it was going. He knew where the hellish chase would end.
Finally awake?
Where are we?
In one of the safest places in the camp, my friend.
The brothel?
Mm-hmm.
Did you come here to fuck?
You gotta be kidding! My friend on his deathbed? I couldn't possibly do that.
Look around. You're in a whorehouse.
In a professional capacity only.
How did I wind up here?
I found you out in the fields, unconscious.
The fog?
Gone. 3 days ago.
3 days? You sure?
Mm-hmm. In that time, Roach ventured deep into Kedwen on some secret mission. Managed to go off and come back.
Cedric was right. The power within the Battle of Spectres restores memory.
Ah. So, did you get a look at another chapter of the epic poem titled Geralt of Rivia?
I remember who helped me track down the Wild Hunt.
Who?
Letho, Foltest's murderer. I saved his life and he knew where to find the Wild Hunt. I don't know if we rescued Yennefer. So, what happened while I was out?
Loads. You drove off the Fog of Spectres. Henselt learned of the plot against him, and Deathmold lost it completely.
What did you mean when you said the Deathmold's lost it?
Henselt chewed him out for not telling him about the plot. Then he chewed him out again for failing to find the plotters.
Deathmold's an ambitious guy. I can see how the stress might have gotten to him.
That ambitious guy has had every last suspect arrested. Now he's interrogating, torturing, and hanging them.
Yeah, he always goes back to what he does best. Why has Henselt waited to attack?
The Kedwenny nobles and officers are holding out for privileges. They want assurances there'll be no treaty with Nilfgaard and that they'll get lands in the Pontar Valley.
Henselt's agreed.
Not on your life. He blew up. Roared and wailed and called them cowards. Thing is, he can't alienate the nobles completely. It went on for 3 days. Finally, he convinced part of the army, probably promised him a thing or two, and moved against Vergen. The battle's probably just getting underway.
Any news on who might be behind the plot?
They arrested Breitfeld, Kirim of Cairngorm, and Gunnar Bleckenhove and his entourage, but I haven't heard any details. Though I do know where to find the leader of the plotters.
How come?
I've always maintained that brothels are some of the best places under the sun. They're not only great places to...
Get to the point, Dandelion.
I overheard Whistling Wendy talking. Incidentally, don't let her nickname fool you. She's got a beautiful...
Focus, Dandelion.
Haven't the faintest who she was talking to. Never saw his face. But I heard him clearly. Further instructions from the boss. Today, in the hut on the cliff.
Dandelion, there's one more thing.
Tell me.
Your pamphlet. If Deathmold finds out...
Right. We need to get out of here.
You need to get out of here. Quick.
I'm not about to leave you behind, Geralt. Adventure awaits. Kingdoms teeter, plenty of things to write up in ballads.
Damn it, Dandelion, game's over. Can't you see that? When Deathmold finds you, you've got to go. Somewhere far from the Pontar Valley.
All right. I'll do it for you. I'll go to Oxenford, say hello to some of our old friends. But just as soon as this blows over, I'll come looking for you.
I know.
We have unfinished business to take care of. What now, Geralt?
I need to find Sheila and the Kingslayer. Then I need to get my memory back. First, I'm gonna find out who's behind this plot, though I expect I already know.
Think it's Sheila?
Leave, Dandelion. Hide, and I'll see you soon, old friend.
Begone! Enough of your wandering round the camp! Armed and ready!
Halt! The king has marched on Vergen. The camp is closed, and no one's to be allowed inside.
Damn it!
How many more can there be?
We must rid ourselves of that damned mage, whatever the cost.
If it were that simple, you'd be Viceroy by now.
Mages don't die easily, and you've nothing left to offer us.
Three years ago, you promised financial assistance. We were to convey information and resist Deathmold and his supporters in most matters.
Nothing's changed.
But it has. Foltest and Demoven had their throats slit. Someone we know not who wanted to slaughter the unicorn. The situation's fucking tense, and Deathmold's stronger than ever.
More importantly, you've nothing to offer us. The Temerian treasury is closed to you.
Gentlemen, you forget what will happen if the king learns of our dealings.
We'll not be intimidated, Roach. And remember, you speak to nobles.
I've been in Kedwin for 3 days. Travelled through nearby villages and towns, saw old friends, sounded out the mood, asked for news outright. The people of Kedwen detest Deathmold and his thugs. They await the man who would dare to wring his neck.
Someone approaches. Weapons.
Easy there.
What the swiven hell is he doing here?
He woke up and walked over, if I am to guess.
We didn't approve this. How did he know of our meeting?
Something I'd like to know as well. Geralt? I have my ways. Unimportant. But it is. If you know, others might know. Overheard a conversation between Whistling Wendy and one of you gentlemen.
How dare you, freak? I've a wife.
It's shot. It's all shot, Roach. We return to our banners to aid the king in battle. Your plot is done, dissolved, having achieved nothing.
Gentlemen.
How did you ever come to head a conspiracy in a Kedweni camp? It's a long story. Literally. Foltest and I devised the plan 3 years ago. Shortly after, Henselt burned Sabrina at the stake and appointed Deathmold his advisor. Morale among nobles and officers was low following the failed campaign. We took advantage. I bought them off, gave them political direction. I received information in exchange. What was your aim? To sow some ferment. Prevent any alliance with the Black Ones, and generally limit Deathmold's and Henselt's influence. You were gone 3 days. Been back at the camp? Any idea what's going on there? I haven't, but continue to get news from those traitors. Who have they arrested? Dandelion mentioned Brightfelt, Kirim of Caingorn, and... Not good. Kirim has been one of the plotters since the beginning. He knows me. Maybe the interrogators have yet to start on him. Quickly, back to the camp. We need to warn Vess and the others. We've no time!
Finally, you're here!
Where'd everyone go?
They were invited to a banquet.
How do you know?
I saw Deathmold's messenger arrive.
What is this feast?
A celebration. Apparently Deathmold exposed the leader of some conspiracy.
The syphilitic prick.
Where's this banquet taking place?
The camp canteen. But it'll be empty now. Everyone's marched on Vergen.
Quickly.
Finally, you're here!
I'll kill the sons of bitches. They'll suffer and die, long and painfully.
Finally, you're here!
I'll kill the sons of bitches. They'll suffer and die, long and painfully. Every last one.
Vess, are you all right?
Yes.
What happened?
Deathmold invited everyone to a feast. He said the king was grateful that we'd helped reveal the plot. A roast pig and 2 barrels of wine awaited, he said. He said Vernon had just returned from Kedwen. He was to be personally decorated by the king, and I was to be there to see it. The lads went to the canteen, I went to the royal tent.
Well, Roach was not in the king's company. Deathmold jumped around like an ape, shouting that they'd all hang as punishment for Flotsam for conspiring.
Vess, what did they do to you?
I begged them. I pleaded. They laughed at me and let me go. Your Majesty, withdraw your order, I beg you. They're normal fighting men who were just following orders. They don't deserve to die. Please, sire, show mercy. They're men of honor. They deserve better.
Honor? Where was your honor when...
Deathmold, leave us.
Your Grace.
What can a whore know of honor? You're a stupid little strumpet, and that is how I shall treat you. You'll behave if you want to see any of your foolish comrades again.
Don't go there, please, Roach. Deathmold expects you to seek vengeance. He awaits it.
He won't need to wait long.
Don't you understand? They hanged the lads to provoke you. You were away. They had a battle to win. They didn't know when you'd return. You cannot go there.
We won't.
We'll follow the army. Kill every Kedwenny we meet.
That's suicide.
Plough it all. Everything I loved died in this tent. My country disintegrates. My friends cruelly murdered. I want blood.
As do I. You've no idea how much. I can still smell that swine on me, but I'll not let them win. Attack Henselt now, among his army, and blood will flow. But it will only be yours.
Vess is right, Roach. Let it go for now.
Fuck! What do you suggest I do?
We'll try to get to Vergen through the ravines. I know a hidden path into the town. With the battle raging, we won't be noticed. We'll find Sheila and get the Kingslayer.
And in the process kill as many Kedwennies as we can.
Vess, can you manage it?
Vess stays. I'll not put her in danger again. And someone must get back to the Percival and its crew. Sail to a nearby cove. We'll need some way to get out of here.
I'll take the boat around the bend past the camp and await you there.
We must head through the ravines. Shit.
Vess is lying.
What? I can vouch for her with my life.
I can't believe she escaped Deathmold.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing.
First I'll kill Henselt, then Deathmold. Or maybe the other way round. What do you advise?
I advise you to shut up and keep your eyes and ears open. Pleasure comes later.
Get a move on, Witcher! What's that beast?
A troll. Watch it. He could break your neck with a single blow.
Do I look like a cow?
Who you? What want?
We're passing through.
Wishes trolls kill. Me kill. Not easy. Run! Old man coming. Old man rip apart you.
Calm down, you silly cow. We're on our way to Vergen.
Where want run, go. This way, not. My home is. Folk in and out. No peace for troll. Bother, bother.
Who does?
Folk.
Geralt, let's end this beast's suffering.
Wait. Who's been bothering you? Try to remember.
Wisha other. Shinehead here come. Fat.
Did you speak to him?
Tried, but he my face. Whack! Old man called. Beat in your missus! He sword show. Blood springs. Old man down. Wounds. Wisha say rush to Lomin.
You mean Lochmuin?
So said. Wisha say rushed. Other he'd take old man's.
You mentioned that already.
Anyone else pass through this way?
Lady came out fog. Awful reeked.
What did she look like?
Humy lady.
Anything more specific?
Head strange. Horns huge.
Sheila.
Say Vergen go. More nothing.
Good to chat. No harm in talking, see?
Sleep I. Run out go.
Sweet dreams.
Old man see, tell not wake me. I want sleep.
Guess they'll live and learn.
No time to lose!
Thank good Humis. Bad death.
Take care of yourself, Troll.
From Gully come. There, my missus. Hersey?
We did, yes.
She. How?
She's all right, but don't wake her or she'll rip your head off.
Dear old bug. Like me she. Live a flesh feed.
Or not?
I'll make mincemeat of your arse! And pull your legs out of your arse!
Where are you headed?
medallion again. Medallion's telling me something.
Get a move on, Witcher!
My medallion.
too.
Witcher Geralt and Vernon Roach. Now that's some pairing.
Out of our way, Pangret.
Come on, Roach. You know this is no chance meeting.
You never appear anywhere by chance, always turning up where the pay's best.
You haven't changed a bit. Think you're superior because you wiped the royal arse? Sad. Kill them!
I'll pull your legs out of your arse!
You said you'd got rid of them.
I underestimated them.
You'll pay for my people, you whore's son, for each and every one of them.
So don't underestimate them this time, and never let me down again. The perfect foe for you. Don't chase me, it would be stupid.
That was a good fight. I'd forgotten how well you Witchers do sword in hand. What now?
You murdered my men.
I had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there. Henselt ordered your men killed. On Deathmold's urging. I'll not ask for your mercy. To tell you the truth, I don't know what I'd do in your position. But should you decide to spare me, you have my word I'll go and stay out of your way.
I'll hold you to your word. Go where you will.
Next time, choose your missions more carefully.
Perhaps it's time to rest. Got a woman in Tredegar, Julia. She's expecting.
You knocked up pretty kitty. Ah, congratulations, Pangrid. And give her my regards.
Thanks, Witcher. I won't be needing this anymore. Take it. Farewell to you both.
See you next time a war rolls around. We've no time to lose.
it through the tunnels. They tried. Glad you knocked it out of their heads. So, good to see you. You're Dandelion.
Headed west to Oxenford.
Who'd he ploughing cross this time?
Henselt.
Hensel's about to get whooped, bare-arsed and all. Dandelion could have stayed.
Zoltan and Virgin will fall. Get out of here while you can.
Oh, there'd be nothing dwarven about that. Leaving my mates!
Right. Just don't get killed.
Don't get killed yourself, you divot. As soon as Vergen's victorious, I'll find Dandelion. I owe him that much. Incidentally, what are you doing here?
We've got some unfinished business.
We all have unfinished business with that nitwit.
Is he leading the army himself?
He wouldn't have it any other way.
We're looking for Sheila de Tansel. We heard she was in Vergen.
Got a flash of her nobody else with a Newbury flick. Staying in the house of that other sorceress. What's her name? Hudson. A screwy. I helped him fill up there.
Where's the house?
It's the furthest to the north. Shortest way is across the road bridge. And listen, she has a secret passage extending beyond the city walls.
Thanks.
One more thing. They've surrounded Jorkith. He's holed up in the town hall with a handful of squirrels.
They'll kill us all.
There's the bridge. Let's go. Fuck!
Still alive?
Go around. We'll meet at Philippa's house.
surprise visit. I hope we meet in better circumstances next time.
There will be no next time. There is no more Saskia, no Upper Eddard. It's all gone.
Upper Eddard will endure.
It will never be the way we'd hoped. Goodbye, Witcher. Leave me in peace, Batgirl.
I'll see you in Lockmead. You're late, King.
Where are they?
No idea.
Tell me, or I'll...
Don't make me laugh. You wouldn't let me out of here alive anyway.
A soothsayer now. Kill him!
Get him!
For the king! For Kenwyn! For the king! For the king! For Kenwyn! You can certainly fence. It seems I've met my match. You've won the battle, but lost the war. The city's in my hands.
And you're in mine.
For the good of the Temerian crown, Vernon Roche is prepared to do anything. If needed, he becomes a murderer and requires others to do the same. Bernard Laredo had only disdain for the world, gave it nothing but suffering. I helped Roche, joined him and his people, and I had to face another choice. Killing the commander of a forgotten trading post is not the same as killing a king. Even if both are murderers and rapists.
Vernon Roche, Temerian cockerel of the Blue Stripes. What will you do with me?
You know perfectly well.
You won't kill me. You wouldn't dare. I'm the King of Kedwin and soon of Lormark. The North won't survive without me. I've won. Do you know why I rushed into battle? Do you? I had to resolve it before Loch Muin.
He's playing for time. Let's kill him.
Wait. Tell us, King. What's going to happen in Loch Muin?
A new world order, new borders. Everything will change. All the kings and princes of the North will be there. Do you know the old saying? He who controls the Pontar Valley controls the North.
Have the mages been invited?
It's their idea. They want to revive the Council and Conclave. They want to regain their rights and privileges, their place in society. What tripe? I've outsmarted them all. I'll be the one to dictate treaties. I'll show them who's ruler.
You had my men killed.
Of course I had them killed. What do you do with spies in Temeria? Give them awards?
None of those hanged were part of the plot. Only me.
You know the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Your villainy knows no bounds.
What do you call villainy? The fact that I've made Kedwen stronger than ever? You fool! I'm the last ruler of the North whom Nilfgaard must respect. And it will. Witcher, reason with him.
Are murder and rape royal virtues of the New Order too?
Every wench dreams of being ploughed by a king.
And Vess?
Did she complain to you? I thought she liked it. She squeaked like an unoiled hinge.
I'm leaving you two alone.
Squeaky hinge. Funny. Very funny.
You wouldn't dare.
Enough of this ploughing chatter. Someone needs to die, and I'll sleep better for it.
I am Henselt of Ardcarreg, the last of the unicorns. I won't beg for mercy.
Look me in the eyes.
Go on! Take your revenge!
A flea has bitten a lion.
Henselt. Only we know what happened here. Well, and Henselt. The sooner we forget it, the better.
I'll erase it from my memory.
Sheila teleported herself to Loch Muin.
Where there's Sheila, there's Letho. The murderers are gathering for their peace talks.
We have to be there.
Sheila de Tanserville. I'd sensed from the start that some dark mystery lay behind that cold countenance. Following the demise of the Council and Conclave, there was no one left to keep the mages in line. But regicide? Why? What was this all about? It seemed these questions would be answered at Loch Muin, an ancient city amidst mountains, the remnants of the civilization of the Vrans, whose dusk had come long ago. And you would be right to ask, why did you not set out for Loch Muin, Master Dandelion? Your humble servant and chronicler was forced to flee the Pontar Valley, as he very well might have paid with his life for his heroic stand against King Henselt. And to allow oneself to be humbly slaughtered, consigning to oblivion this account of incredible events, would be a grave transgression against the arts and letters. Yet forever feeling a vast shared responsibility for the fate of the North, I dispatched to Loch Muin my faithful and capable friend, Geralt of Rivia. Have I mentioned his disdain for politics? Well, it was at Loch Muin where he could finally give vent to it.
Has Radovid's messenger been by?
Yes, sir.
And what did he say?
Temeria cannot survive. The kingdom will be divided. The nobles are riled. Constable Natalis stands on shaky ground.
The loyal old Natalis will get kicked in the ass. How predictable.
They nearly reached an agreement, but without Foltest's daughter, it didn't work out.
Perfect. Are the quarters ready?
There is a little problem.
Then we must look at this problem. There's no door.
We can't lock her in a doorless cell.
I can see that, you fool. Out of my way. Uncle Deathmold will cast a tiny spell on your little house. Versa Anem. We won't let that naughty Natalis get to you. Clear up in here. This is Loch Muin, not a bloody pigsty.
Oh, bollocks, Geralt. Marshal Raupenek was a cruel, bloodthirsty prick, true. But the times were different.
He had his men murder every last elf in Loch Muin.
For years, Yorveth and his ilk have been using that banner to wipe their asses clean of the shit they do. In wartime, a commander's forced to make all kinds of decisions. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it lay really heavily on Raupenek's conscience.
Bollocks again. I've already admitted he was a prick. Are you defending the Enshe? They've got barrels of blood on their hands as well. With the Vrans gone, we had to safeguard this source of the power, safeguard this historic city. Elven drivel. Heaps of lizard-like bones were found in nearby caves, all bearing traces of sword cuts. Think what you will. I'm more interested in the city's current inhabitants.
Why am I worried you're going to do something really stupid once we get there?
Above all, I'll find the cure to my suffering.
Deathmold was just a pawn in Henselt's hands.
Deathmold is a bloody murderer, and Henselt was a king. A king I killed. He didn't believe I'd do it till the very end. Nor did I. It's not something I want to discuss again. I don't know if I'll ever strike those images from my mind, but I know I don't want to talk about it.
Taking revenge on Deathmold won't change a thing.
Oh, but it will. The ghosts of my comrades will drink to my health. The blue stripes were more than a fighting force. I selected and trained those people myself.
Yes, they'll
They weren't even given the chance to die in combat.
You also lost your king, Vernon. Don't forget why you embarked on this mission.
I haven't. If Letho and Sheila are in Loch Muin, they'll never leave it alive. Knights of the Order.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Yeah, we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Loch Muin is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakam Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel over the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Halt! Who goes there?
Geralt of Rivia.
I'd slaughter you like a dog if it wasn't for Vernon Roach.
I'm not a Kingslayer.
I don't care if you killed Foltest. You stood against us, and the Order never forgets.
Renounce witchery and repent.
Regards.
Greetings.
Regards.
Greetings.
I shall pray for you.
I remember you from Vizima. Regards. Regards. Regards.
Blessed be the eternal fire.
In its radiance we live.
Regards. 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 Regards.
Geralt the Rivian.
Mutant.
Regards.
Renounce witchery and repent.
Geralt the Rivian.
Hush!
Yeah, greetings.
Sure. Sure.
Nah. I know nothing.
Oh, hey?
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
You must first defeat my teacher. He's a master of magic, but grossly my inferior when it comes to dice. Yes. You must...
How can I help?
I want to play dice.
You must first prove you're good enough by defeating the elves who play here.
What can I do for you?
Do you play dice?
Would you like to join us?
Sure.
Who would you like to play?
Congratulations. You've won.
Thanks for the game.
Care for a game? You win.
How can I help?
I want to play dice.
I could use some coin. Shall we... You've lost. How can I help?
I want to play.
I could use...
So long.
Yes.
Let's play.
You must...
How can I help? I could... You've won.
Who can I play next?
My apprentice. She's a mere learner in magic, but she's a true master in dice.
Yes.
Let's...
Shall we? I've won!
I'll make it tougher for you.
Yes.
Let's...
Shall... I've won! Yes.
Let's...
Shall... You fully deserve this coin.
Who else can I play?
The incredible Lockhart.
Sounds arrogant. Where do I find him?
Somewhere around the market, most likely.
Thanks.
Stay away from me.
I know nothing.
Eh? Stop sowing
looking at me.
defeatism.
Greetings.
Waste of words.
I don't trust you.
Where have we met?
Roach may trust you, but I'm not so sure. What do you want?
The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit, and monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the northern kingdoms.
The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanedd.
The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
I've seen a Nilfgaardian delegation.
Scandalous, as I see it. They're here at Henselt's bidding. Before long, he'll be inviting them to his war councils.
Representatives of the Council of Regents. Did any come with you?
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. The other 5 remain in Vizima. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to undermine Anais' claim to the throne.
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stance?
Well, they've taken opposing positions, as one might expect. The Baron believes Anais' origin, if you will, stands in the way of her taking the throne, though it's common knowledge that he would simply prefer to seat himself on it. Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full support. He stated this in Vizima before the entire council. One thing is certain, words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash if Anais is found and recovered.
Hush!
Undeniably an interesting personage.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that Witcher's Code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
I asked out of concern for a friend. I came here with Vernon Roach.
I know.
We royal hounds like to stick together.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest. Out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I take it you sit on the Council of Regents.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council will become obsolete. Temeria is a country one rules with a crown on one's head, or not at all.
A lot of people are out to don that crown.
But few have the right. As Foltest's cousin, the throne should be mine.
Or the royal daughters, Anais Lavalette's.
Dark will be the day when we are ruled by bastards. The nobles have decided to share power.
You said it yourself, Baron. In a crown or not at all.
Temeria will be divided into provinces. A shameful end to the monarchy. A shameful end to the country.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind?
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale. Not they can't.
A lot,
but few have the right.
Or the
dark. The noble.
You said
Temeria.
Kingslayer.
Whoa!
Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing, and then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you, based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so.
But tell me, Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions, Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled, if slightly reticent, conversationalist.
What brings you to Loch Muine?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising? How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbolt excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
if you wouldn't mind.
Take you witchers, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts, pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be, yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
Morning, men.
Morning, Commander.
Company fall in. Tension! Know what attention means, you fool?
Aye, sir.
Where are you from?
From Burka, Commander.
You've got sawdust for brains, you bumpkin.
Aye, sir.
At ease. We all serve the Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or here. Semper Fi! We serve him faithfully and effectively. If anyone gives me reason to doubt this, I shall skin him alive.
Aye, Commander.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you. You shan't regret it. Understood, ladies?
Long live the Emperor!
Formation! Forward!